All right, James. We're here on the Villains Podcast, and James, bring us in what we're going to be talking about this particular week, which is what?
We're talking about why we're not friends anymore. You know what you did.
There you go. Come on with it. Hit dog gonna always holler.
Well, who want to start?
Ooh. Well, first of all, tell us what a friend is versus like just an associate. Like, who want to pick that up?
I think associates could be who it is that you are. Associates could be who it is that you hang out with every day.
Like your work people, your work crew, or
yeah, and people in your family can be associates.
no, man.
I got a group of friends. I have a group of friends that we clean chitlins right around the Christmas and New Year's time.
Okay.
And I may not see those friends all year.
Okay.
But when we get together, we catch up. It might be some drinking. It might be some sharing. It might be some secrets shared, and it may be some advice. But at least one of those friends. I'm talking about Big Boy.
Okay.
Big Boy. His mother was my kindergarten teacher. I've been knowing him since 5.
Okay.
I know
he more than a friend.
I know he know my secrets.
He like family.
Yeah, that's my brother.
Yeah.
I'm talking about that. That's my brother. And the reason I say that is because he was my friend.
Okay.
When I was not an easy friend to be friends with.
Ooh. So y'all friendship has been tested.
Oh yeah, I tested them friendships. I was the one that they had to stop fooling with because they couldn't take me nowhere.
Come on now.
I was loud. I wanted to fight. I was.
Oh, you a Mika.
I was that person.
The real person.
I was the associate. I wasn't a friend. You know, so it's when we're talking about friends and associates, I know that I hope that to convey to the 5 or 6 friends that I have,
okay,
that if they call me at 6:30 in the evening, 6:30 in the morning, 2:30 in the morning, 2:30 in the afternoon, I need 2 questions answered.
Okay.
How much money do I need, and where are you?
And where? Yeah.
We'll talk about everything else
later
when you get to safety.
All right.
Yeah.
What's your take? Okay.
Man, I've never really had to verbalize it. But for me, growing up, I always had a big family, and I was always closest to my cousins. But I've always had a core group of friends that I've been friends with for a long time. And for the most part, my friends have always put in the same thing that I put into it. And I know I can count on them. They can count on me. It's never just been a one-sided kind of relationship.
Okay.
And I don't know, like maybe because I'm real close with my family, I'm not always quick to call somebody my friend.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like and I'm not saying people got to jump through a million hoops just to be my friend because I'm so special or anything like that. It's just because
you that farm handler and they just
I'm guarded.
Okay.
I mean, like Jeremy, the first couple times I came here to get my hair cut, I'm pretty sure Jeremy was like, okay, this cat is quiet, you know what I'm saying? That's just me. For the most part, I'm reserved until I get to know you.
Okay.
And I've had to cut friends loose though. People that I grew to love as a brother.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And if they needed something, I was there. And times where I felt like, if I needed something, that they would have been there too. But when it came down to it, they crossed too many lines that I felt like we couldn't, go back from.
Okay.
I don't know if that answers your question, but
It does. And if you're out there like watching right now, if you got any questions or you want to simply just comment on what we're talking about, please drop it, and they'll be reading while we're going and try to answer it as much as we can. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So thank y'all for following right now. I appreciate all you guys.
Yeah, and so what are some of the I guess some of the some core questions that we can kind of start pinpointing to see where it is that we land? Because I think while we look for that, I think when it comes to friendships, once that friendship level has been reached, that's just the very beginning. But before we even get into the loss of friends, the garnering of friends, we also need to do some investigating about whether or not we are good friends based off of what it is that we think, because it's very audacious for us to say, well, I had to get rid of this person or you may not have been a good friend. That's why I said just a minute ago, starting with, I wasn't hitting no shit.
Yeah. And you got you got to give an account for that too. You can't take accountability because you want people to be your friend, and then you're not a friend because somebody said, can you be friends with your ex? Do you want to be friends with you? They're ex for a reason, baby. I don't know, like hey, I don't know. You know, some people like, you know, all they exes love them, whatever. You know how the song go. But if they your ex, like kind of like my dad would say, baby, don't go backwards. Yeah, just don't go backwards.
Well, but see, some people don't. They know that they aren't worth what it is that they're saying.
Okay.
So to travel around where it is that you're comfortable with, it may be because you know you ain't worth having that job. Most people are comfortable complaining about the job that they have. So that's that relationship, that's the friendships that they got. Because me and my friends talk about stuff that are idealistic.
Okay.
We don't talk about other people.
Yeah.
We don't talk about.
Now, I ain't gonna say I don't talk about other people because I will run up. Don't play with me and don't play with my friends, because if you make my friend upset or something and they come to me with a name, oh, baby, I'm gonna run your car, because don't hurt my friend feeling. You know what I'm saying?
But that's how much of your battle for your friend can you fight?
And I'm gonna say it's also in private. Like, I'm not out here starting trouble, but I do protect my friends, like when they come and vent or you know.
But your friends shouldn't let you protect them.
No, I'm saying, and I'm not out in the public.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm like, no, baby, don't. Do you know who you crying over, or do you? It's kind of like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I ain't gonna say I don't talk about people. That's where I want to clear that up.
We all talk about it.
Because I run them down like, hey, don't play with my family, don't play with my friends, because, baby, this laugh will get real reckless, you know what I'm saying? So.
As it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be.
Mr. Brown, shout out to you. I just told them you are Mr. 119. Baby, the whole exit. So I really appreciate you for tuning in. I'm like, oh my goodness. Y'all. Okay. He's like a little podcast king, so I just thank you.
Is it necessary to have a lot in common with a friend?
No. Because the difference is what make y'all probably connect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you definitely, especially because if your friendship, let's say it like this: Jay-Z, LeBron, any politician that is in Washington that you know, they got a squad around them, and everybody does something different. If all your friends do something different, y'all ain't hit no shit. Yeah. Because nobody is resourceful, and nobody specializes in one thing. Right.
Yeah, you need to do different stuff.
What about core values? Like is it necessary to have certain core values in common, like loyalty? Like if loyalty is important to you but not important to your friend,
dude, how you gonna be friends? Now, James, you doing that farm stuff now.
But at the same time, that adds to why you shouldn't be friends with certain people that you have a good time with.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just because we have a good time, that don't make us friends.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. the foxes and the chickens. Hey, you're gonna have to separate them.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%. Because we've been placed in situations where we grew up with some people. We lived in the same area with some people. That does not make y'all friends.
That's associate.
Right.
You just know of them.
Yeah, we hang out in the same spot.
Quick, like, no, I know of them. I don't know them because I want them to say the same thing. Like, I know big girl, but I don't want you to be like, yeah, I know her because you lying. You know of me. You like know the family I came from or the family I'm married into or like the jobs I take or something like that. But, or, church fam or something like that. But to say I know her, you probably be lying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's something that is you can't come back from? Like a friend of yours, once they cross a certain line, there's no return. It's a point of no return. We're no longer friends.
I want the army brat to tackle that because he has no problem cutting somebody off. Yeah. Okay.
Well, okay. So to a certain extent, I'll answer the question first, and I'll explain later. The short answer is desertion. If you ain't there when I need you, if you're not there, if you're close enough to hit me and we fight, that's a thing. If you're in a position where you curse me out, that's a thing. If the two of us are walking in the alley and 6 people jump out, and I look around and you gone, and you didn't tell me that you were about to run, desertion. Because think about the problem that most kids have with their parents.
Oh, yeah.
Being deserted.
Yeah. Okay,
most people, Iyanla had a show when she was talking to an auditorium full of men. She asked one question, and that question was, would you have rather for your father to have died before you were born or at birth, or to have never been in your life? Every last man said, I would have much rather for him to have passed away, but to know that I was born and he didn't fool with me. So same thing goes with friendship.
Yeah.
If me and you done been through all of the ups and we've been laughing and chilling and having a good time and running women and playing sports, and all of a sudden I get sick.
Right.
I ain't saying that I need your kidney. I'm just saying, because even if it's just even if it's to come around, if you lose somebody, I know I ain't got the right words. I'm not even going to try to find the right words to come over here and comfort you. But if you want me to sit next to you for the next 2 days, and us not say nothing because you don't want to be alone,
right?
You got my time.
Yes.
That's friendship.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes, yeah. You're right on that. That somebody said jealousy. Yeah. Ooh, how do you handle a jealous friend? Like sometimes you don't know it's there, and like maybe your wife can see it, and they're telling y'all like such and such is jealous of you, and you really don't see this, but then something happens, and then you're like, oh. So how do you go about that? How do you fix that? Because I think I asked y'all that and y'all like snapped out. And I'm like, no, this is for the episode.
Yeah, well.
Y'all, they
go ahead.
For me, I think it depends on the level of disrespect. If it's blatant disrespect, then I'm going to call it out immediately.
Okay.
And I'm going to say something right.
Well, explain, because our followers might not know what you mean. And well, like one of your friends trying to holler at your wife or something, or
oh yeah, that I've had that situation happen.
No, how you handle that?
I had a friend that I considered a brother that I love like a brother, and I thought it was reciprocated, but my wife actually felt vibes from the person beforehand and told me like, hey, like something, it gave me creepy vibes, and I feel like whenever you're going to wash your hands or something when we're together playing cards as a couple, he might bump my foot under the table, or he might brush up on me or something, and I was like, wait a minute, like What do you mean? Like, show me, like, explain.
Like this.
Yeah, like what you saying?
Like, grab you
like this. Y'all know I love to laugh.
so like at first, I was like, okay, like she really couldn't explain it well, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna pay attention, and if I see something, I'm gonna call it out. I'm gonna gut check them right then.
Yeah.
So I never really saw anything, but there was a situation where we had to get together at my house, and I tried. I had some friends over, and a couple couples, and some male friends. But
okay.
So I tried dip tobacco. My world was spinning.
Yes.
And I was out of it. I was throwing up clear stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't have any throwing things.
You done swallowed a little of that.
So I was out. My wife helped me get into bed. I was out. So he waited until everybody left, and
double back.
Yeah, waited till everybody left, and was like, my wife had my daughter, he's like, hey, sweetie, go let Uncle such and such talk to mommy for a second. I'm trying to get my wife, hey, like, please come out to my truck. And my wife's like, no, just leave.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, like, come on, like, come on, come out to my truck. And like, kept telling my daughter, go to bed, baby, go to bed. So, like,
he was real bold.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, and we have cameras in my house. So, like on the entrances.
Yeah. So you already knew what it was.
Yeah, I watched it, and I'm watching it, and my blood is boiling. Like,
oh yeah.
I'm like, man, like, when I saw it, I'm like, I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah. Don't disrespect. Ain't at my house disrespect.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's no talking. I gotta go kill him.
Comment on what y'all would do.
So I waited a few days, and I was like, look, I was
it
like,
needs
look,
to be addressed.
Yeah. I went, and I was like, look, my wife told me everything that happened. Everything she told me happened. I watched on my camera.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just best if we just stay away from each other.
It's safer for him.
Yeah. Do you hear me?
I'm willing to die and kill for my family.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like, and I was just hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because
you consider him a brother, not just a friend.
And I'm talking about anytime he called me for anything, I'm like, yeah, no problem, bro, I got you. And like after that, I saw him a couple times, and he's like, man, James, bro, I miss you, bro. I'm sorry, but and he said that he was just drunk and all this stuff. But I watched on my camera him chilling on my back patio, pouring his liquor out. Like I knew his personality, his thought process, his, what I'm saying, the way he
yeah, because it's like y'all done built a bond.
Yeah.
So you definitely know him.
So the times where he would brush up against my wife or bump her foot under the table, that's him testing the waters.
Yeah. Very disrespectful.
Okay, so but as far as like in terms of, because the question is essentially like what as far as jealousy and things of that nature. So if we're going to delve into that, then should there be 50% responsibility on being educated on how to pick good friends? Because if we, because the real question is, not saying that we should be leery about anybody doing anything for us.
Okay.
But at the same time, envy is, you're jealous of somebody passing by in a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or a Range Rover or whatever.
Okay.
You're envious of the people that are closest to you.
And
so when you're not taught how to pick up on those characteristics, you'll invite a vampire into your house.
Suck all your blood.
Yeah. All because it's like, well, I can call this person, because a lot of people think, I hear this conversation from ladies a lot. Well, she wasn't there for me when I needed her, but every time she called after her man do something to her and blah, blah, blah. But then as soon as I need some help, she wasn't there for me. Well, wait a minute. No, y'all are misery buddies. And she just needed you to be there for her.
Oh, my
goodness. She
never
guaranteed that she was going to be there for you.
Say that again. I'm like, oh, no, Holy Spirit activate. Run that one more time, because Say that again.
Yeah, because
misery. What
misery? That one-sided relationship.
Oh yeah, sun kiss. You're right.
Yeah, that one-sided relationship that as soon as you need somebody, they busy.
Yeah.
So it's like, wait a minute. I was,
Yeah.
I ain't like I need you always, But at the same time, that we have to be in a position to where we take inventory not of the person,
but
also of ourselves
and the actions.
Right, because I can invite in. I there were times where I had been told, well, such and such is envious of you, they jealous of her, and I would make excuses.
Me too.
And then I would go so far as to make excuses, be like, well, and then I would even notice, well, this person ain't got the same set of friends from 6 months to 6 months. And I thought that I was being a good friend by persisting through the antics of that person.
But you were really being a crutch.
No, he needed me around.
That's what I'm saying.
To make himself feel better.
Right, so you was letting him stand up on you. That's right.
Yeah, I mean, it was times where there were things shared in public that only we knew about. And I was like, man, why would you put me out there just for some laughs?
Yeah. Now, I don't like that stuff.
Baby.
I tell you, and let me tell you, when you don't take accountability of your actions, stuff like that'll happen. And so I know I've grown because in the past I could, share. Y'all know I'm a talkative person. You live with me now. What's up, cuz? And so I don't mind talking my business. And in the past of growing up,
right,
to know, don't talk anybody else's business, just talk yours.
Right.
I had to learn that because I thought everybody was okay with just being real. But a lot of people be embarrassed, ashamed, or whatever they've been through and don't want to share their stuff. But the reason why I share so much is because I don't want people under me going through the same things that I had to go through, especially the hardships. So that's why, I don't mind being vocal about my life, you know what I'm saying? So, because I hope I am touching somebody's path to say, okay, you know what? I see what you went through, and let me not go through that same ordeal. So, talking somebody's business and then wanting folks to laugh at them, but then you need them same people that you're making fun to cover you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And I say this all the time. People talk about me all the time, but they talk about me to people that I don't even know exist. Like, baby, you really a non-factor because I didn't even know you existed. Somebody got to tell me who you is and run you down to me because I'm like, who that is?
Yeah.
And it ain't my baby daddy, so who that is? So you get what I'm saying? Like, baby, I don't know you. Y'all talking to somebody that I don't know. But it's good because, it makes them look at you and not me. Look at the person that's doing the talking like, dog, I seen her love you out loud.
Yeah.
Like I seen this chick do for you. You know what I'm saying? And you sitting here talking about her to me.
Yeah.
And so that should make them be like, what you gonna do to me though?
Yeah.
Well, see, it's like.
But that's what you said, that your misery buddies.
Yeah.
So I don't want that
ain't
kind
no
of friend.
turn for them to be shitty to you.
Yeah.
You in line. It's just like a thief. If everybody say, man, you don't need to hang out with that. That person still like, nah, man, I ain't never stole from me. And it just wasn't your turn to be stolen from.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because we'll look past red flags, indicators, all of that.
I was telling you on the last show, like I be asking God to prune people out of my life because sometimes I don't have the heart to do that.
Well, God busy. In my life, God busy.
Listen.
I do my pruning. I got no problem because
no, that's why I asked you to start with the cutting off because you don't mind.
I'm a father and a husband. I'm a father and a husband. First and foremost. So I can busy myself with stuff that I got to. I can busy myself. So if I go into every situation trusting everybody. When you start showing me signs that you cannot be trusted, I'm not going to get in your way. I'll even let you tell me about me, and I will not interrupt because I need for you to put as much information about how you truly feel.
Yeah.
Why interrupt a fool when it's talking? When that fool is giving you all of the tools that you need to go in the direction that you want, that you need to go in, not that you want to go in.
Yeah, but you need.
Because some people are like, well, he need a friend. No, he don't.
Yeah. He needs to.
She needs
to learn what.
No, she don't.
Yeah, they need to do. So
I know somebody.
They are so tickled at you. Well, God busy.
Well, he is.
Listen,
he
don't
got
get
children.
him kicked off.
He got fools, old people, and children to look out for. I'm down here busting head. I got you. I'm doing God's work. You get the hell out of my life. I'm like the Blues Brothers. I'm on a mission from God. Well, I don't care about no hurt feelings.
Yeah,
it make you stronger.
Yeah, I was just about to say, my dad tells me that all the time. He's like, man, they think they done hurt me. They ain't do nothing but help me, you know? Yeah. Because they really make you get your money up. Because and I tell my older brother this all the time. He always say, yeah, I do a lot better when I'm, isolated, separated. I say, yeah, separation is elevation. You know what I'm saying? So when you're separated, you're separated for a reason. Mm-hmm. You either did it yourself or nature did it for you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so that allows you to grow. Yeah. That allows you to take inventory of the actions that the people around you that you're dealing with and your own actions, because you need to ask yourself, what am I doing to allow these people to have me fucked up? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So because right when they got you like that, you need to go and cut loose then. Yeah. Because you're giving them enough rope to either hang themselves or hang you.
They attack you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's what one of the ladies said. She was like, she hates sharing stuff because then the friend then turn enemy. But that only helps you. You get what I'm saying? I know it make you feel bad that they have turned enemy, but look how good you probably doing without those people. You know what I'm saying? They made you elevate. You know what I'm saying? You on a whole nother level. Yeah. And people hate to see you doing better than them. I don't know why, but it's just something about it. It's like crabs in a bucket. They want to pull you down, and that's just something that I just don't deal with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, in those situations where people show their hand, then at least it gives you the opportunity to make the decision. Yeah. Like, okay, I got to cut you off now.
Right now.
Even in relationships, you know what I mean? Like say if your spouse is cheating on you. Yeah. Like, if they came to you and told you like, look, I don't want to do this anymore, then you aren't robbed of a decision.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right.
But I think we should also be careful in friendships and relationships of people that care. They care about appearances or they care about what people think, because those people in friendships will betray you. And I've seen situations where a man, because he feels like he has the appearance of, oh, we got money, I'm not gonna provide for my family. I'm dead broke, but I have shame to where I'm too good to go get a job working here because people think we have money.
Okay. And that my take on that is if you won't go get a job to take care of your family anywhere, something is wrong with you. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. As the man or the woman, because a lot of people always think the man gonna always be the head. But what if your man have a stroke, have a heart attack, dialyzed? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's real issue, cancer that hits your household, that you gotta step up and be able to be the breadwinner. Yeah. And you got to be okay with that. Yeah. Because then you can't be conditioned of, oh, well, I'm finna leave here because now you can't take care of me. But what about the vows through sickness and health? So I see a lot of relationships do just turn ugly because either somebody's sick or somebody can't provide like they used to. And it's like you said on the other episode, it's kind of like, all right, now you ready to go with the highest bidder, Yeah. But, and you see that a lot, even in friendships, they don't value the friendship.
100%.
Yeah, and then somebody else come along and y'all are doing things, moving well.
Well, but see, that's where we also, even especially in the African-American culture,
okay,
we have a severe habit of making excuses for the hanger-oners. We have a severe habit of being there, and we'll stop the whole train.
Okay.
We'll stop the whole train just to make sure, well, we don't want to leave them out. I do. I do. Because we are more important than that person.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, in certain cases, they'll be like, well, you want to look out for the sheep and for the flock and blah, 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 so forth and so on. We are in a house burning situation right now.
Okay.
The African-American culture is on fire.
Yeah.
Extremes have to be taken. And so in terms of the friendship, I have an understanding about, I know it's like I told this kid in the shop the other day, the friends that I got can get 10 fingernails. They can get 10 fingernails because I know some secrets. They're like, you rip off that one.
I can't tell it.
Yeah, I can't tell it.
I'm a ripper nut.
Yeah.
And I got some friends like that. That serious business that I'm not finna tell nothing. I'm gonna protect
them on a regular basis.
Yeah, I can't talk to them every day. I can't none of that. But when push come to shove, hey, they know they got my hand.
But see, I've also been taught how to be loyal.
Yes.
And when you are taught how to be loyal, you know what to look for with in terms of loyalty.
Yeah.
But see, most people that are saying, well, I don't like sharing, and the people that are apprehensive about I've said before, anybody that don't trust nobody can't be trusted.
Oh, Reverend Johnson, baby, let me tell you something. He did a message. Y'all know I be so biblical. I go straight to church on him. But I be wanting y'all to understand. So y'all know my favorite person that taught me just his word, besides my granddad, is Pastor Johnson. So I'm always making reference to him. But he preached a sermon. People that lie, they don't believe nothing nobody say. People that steal, they lock up everything. Because they really do. So you gotta know that you're an honest person. Therefore, and that's why I'm so comfortable talking with y'all. I know people like, oh, she share a lot, but of course I know you. And then farmhand James here, he is just so genuine and authentic. Also, that you can have conversation with him and don't feel like he's gonna judge you. I like being in places where people aren't judging.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna be judged, so I don't care nothing about your judgment. But
is that information? Can we utilize it?
Yeah.
And so once you become a part of the group, and that's it. So we have to start looking at things in terms of the graduation. And when I say graduation, you can either graduate out of something or into something.
Okay.
So everybody loved the third grade. You got snacks, you got naps, you got to go outside, and you liked your teacher. But your objective is to get to the 12th grade so you can graduate and go to college.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, when you get to college, and you start doing, and even if you don't go to college, you go out into the world. Now, there's a transition that happens. You're going to transition out of certain friends because if you're graduating into getting onto your course, going your direction on this horizon of life, you have to be in a position where if your friend loves you, and you got to go study for the next 4 to 8 hours because you got an important test that's coming up, your real friends will be like, baby, I left something on your front door. I know you're in there grinding.
Right.
I didn't want to bother. I just want to drop something off
to
bless you with because I know you can't get out, and then there goes something to eat and
snacks, whatever.
I'll holler at you whenever you get good luck and stay focused and blah. That's what a real friend does.
That's me right there.
But see, the other friend's gonna be like, you ain't even got no time for me and studying just taking up all your life. Right.
Like, man, come on now, don't do that to me.
And my thing is like, you know what, you right, and I apologize. Now I'm going back in here. On my way back to studying, I'm thinking to myself, that's the end of that friendship.
Ooh.
That's the end of that. Because if you can't support me doing X, Y, Z, because this, and I ain't saying that you got to do. Shayna asked me one time before. She was just like, "So what about when somebody? Because you got the man code and there's all these rules and regulations." I said, "Well, I don't hold everybody accountable to what it is that I got taught how to do and be there for my friends. So I'm not." But I am going to hold you accountable to what it is that you told me about what it is that your concept of friendship is.
Yeah.
And if you ain't living up to your concept.
Well, how do you want me to? So I so appreciate you for tuning in. This is our first time going live. And she is like the girl version of you because she do not mind cutting people off. She do not mind letting us know every morning and evening like what it is. And I so love her. No pun intended. So, Taylor, I appreciate you, girl, because she be putting out facts like, hey, like, make these people take accountability and stop letting people play in your face. You know what I'm saying? And like you were saying when you were explaining about the guy pushing up on your wife, he really was trying to play in your face. And when you said it to him, and you like, and I seen you on camera, not just my wife, because he was probably going to tell your wife lying. You know what I'm saying? He's about to try to spin that on you. Therefore, he can come back in her face and like, hey, I got him not looking like that. You get what I'm saying? So now we can really meet up. But when you came with straight facts and just cut it off like that, there was nothing he could do or say. He had
with the utilization of saying, oh, well, I was just drunk. Well, I've been drunk a whole bunch of times. I ain't never just walked up and just kissed no man in the mouth.
Right.
You still have self-control.
I ain't never stabbed nobody, never shot nobody. It's just like my, you know, and it's so when we are dealing with, because everybody's like, well, you know, I got this friend and we got blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, why is it so hard for you to have to be friends with somebody? Especially when we're grown. I understand when you're teenagers or you're into your 20s and you're still traversing through life and you're learning how to sever relationships and you learn, because I talk a lot about ending relationships, but I also have to start balancing that out with conversations about how I know how to create friendships too.
Okay.
Because here's
Are you approachable?
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
You know, that's what I'm saying. You know, people need to be approachable in order for people to even want to.
But see, if you don't have any worth or any value, then and you subconsciously recognize that you don't have any worth or any value, of course you ain't walking around auditioning or introducing yourself. I told my 11-year-old, this is how you meet people. Like, yeah. And I said, well, no, baby. I said, well, think about it like this. People need to know who you are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now his whole perspective about meeting people and introducing himself, because eventually when you are valedictorian, when you are successful, when you are who it is that you're going to be, everybody needs to have a story about, I remember that young man. He walked up to me, he met me, and we had a conversation and blah, blah. I try to get the other side of the word, the other side of the mind to activate, because when we're saying this person is this and I don't do this and well, wait a minute. Why is it that your friendships are always in turmoil? Why is it that you're all, what pheromones are you putting off to make leeches want to attach themselves to you? Why are you swimming in murky water? It's easy to see the sharks in the sea because the water is clear.
They got the best ain't shit bait.
Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Shit. Yeah.
Birds of a feather. I mean, a lion's den, a snake bed, what, however you want to put it.
And a snake don't do nothing but, shed that skin. It just gets bigger. It's still a snake, you know.
Crabs, all of them.
Yeah.
What about those people that come up to you like, oh my God, hey, don't talk to nobody, like say you at the job, don't talk to nobody else. You talk to me if you want to talk to somebody. You can trust me. Don't trust anybody else.
They're the one you stay away. You keep them right there now. But you feed them with that long handled spoon. You know what I'm saying?
Those people, I've told my wife, like, how many times have you ever had to tell somebody that you're trustworthy?
Right, you are. It
trustworthy, unreliable. Like you show that through your actions.
Right.
When people come to you announcing that type of thing, like, don't trust them. That's
absolutely. Yeah. Well, look at it like this. Okay, so most people say that they got a wall up and you got to get past the wall. I believe the complete opposite. My wall is behind me.
Yeah.
So as I'm building myself, if I stumble and fall, I'm falling on my wall. Because once your wall is in front of you, and that wall becomes, if your wall is impregnable and can't nobody get through it, by the time that wall gets penetrated, you ain't got no defense. Ooh. You ain't got nothing to fall back on. And you fall all the way back down to ground zero, and you got to start back rebuilding yourself. I fall back on my wall. So that's why I say I trust everybody. Now I have your examples of the things that you said and the things that you did. So when I tell you about yourself, I'm telling you about you. You was there. Yeah, you saw you do it.
You know what you said. That's what I said. You know what you did. That's
right.
We don't. And you know what? At 40, I feel the need to not explain myself when the cutoff period has came, because you were there. You know what you did. You know how you was moving. So if you don't see me anymore, then that's on you, because you did that. Because if you know Mika, and if Mika was your friend, you already know you got a friend to the end. But once you done crossed over Mika, and Mika got a big back, baby. So don't act like you just skipped over it. Baby, you did some walking. You hear me? Yeah. So don't play with me. So when you done came to that point, I'm not about to explain the reason why I'm no longer there in that shape, form, or fashion for you anymore.
Yeah. Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm really just okay with knowing I did my best, because once you watch a casket close on somebody that you thought would be there forever, and knowing that everybody has a expiration date, but once you watch that close down, it's nothing nobody else can do to actually hurt you. Because once you've been broken in that shape, it's like everybody else gonna have to get it how they live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, so you go through some stuff, and it allows you to be like, this kind of stuff can't hurt me.
Well, see, you're talking, what you're saying, that works perfectly, or that resonates in the mind of people that are growing. Yeah. Because, but if somebody has lost somebody and they were both shitty friends to each other, or the person that's still alive was a shitty friend, they're not affected by the loss of a loved one. Because again, if we're going back to, because we're placing all this emphasis on friends, the incoming friendship. What about the outgoing friendship? Because we can actually be too much of a friend that's not deserving of our loyalty. They're not deserving of our counsel. Because if y'all's conversation is always predicated around you trying to build that person up, you're spinning your wheels in mud that ain't in your yard.
Yeah, and how many times have you cussed me out about that?
Baby, because if you're willing to be dedicated to somebody, or to be there for somebody, it's got to be for the interest of somebody that you know that eventually is going to, that whenever they wheels lock and they hit asphalt, they gonna move. Yeah. But if for the last 10 years, you've been, this pity party got your name on all the banners. Like, God damn. What?
We bought up balloons.
Like, Jesus Christ. I have to be too happy in order to call this person, because I know every time I talk to them, they're going to bring me down.
Yeah. Ooh. Hey, y'all got to get away from those people that every time you say, how you doing? My back hurt. My hip hurt. Baby, get back, because now my doggone sciatic nerve done start hurting and stuff, and I was just fine before I talked to you. Get away from them people that's always complaining. You need to surround yourself with positivity. And if this show don't help y'all do nothing else but search for the positive friendship, I ain't saying go cut off your friends or whatever, or your family members, but I'm saying move around, shuffle the cards up, because everybody needs to be playing the hand that they're dealt. So sometimes now my card players on here, because I see some of my real cousins on here now. Them card players, y'all know, if you look at your hand, you'll be like, I don't know. Hey, reshuffle that. I ain't finna. I don't even know what you just did, but just throw. So sometimes you need to reshuffle the deck because you still gonna play the hand that you're dealt, but do an evaluation and get that positivity going so you can weed that negativity out and you can grow and you're helping them grow, because just like when we were talking about on the other episode when you were telling us how the guy was asking for money and stuff. And I was like, you made a man out of him. Because when you seen him at Waffle House and he couldn't even speak, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. He grew him up. Yeah. You got to do what you're supposed to do with your money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, just shuffle the deck and make these people stop playing in your face, meaning stop disrespecting you, stop wanting your everything and not using theirs. And then when you need something from them, they can't be found. And don't get it twisted, because some people really are busy with life. So don't be like, oh, she didn't answer the phone, so she ain't my friend. No, she's bettering herself. She is your friend. Leave a message, because it's more than one way to communicate. Just because you call and he's taking a client right now, he can't get your call. Leave a message if it's important, or leave a text. I do voice texts, so you can hear what I need you to know, and whether you need to call me back or not. You know, I'm sometimes just saying, hey, I just want you to have a lovely day. I was thinking about you. I don't want anything, so don't be trying to call me back. You know, because I might get busy, and then I don't want you to be like, well, I tried to call you, and ain't. Like, I get so tired of that right there. I tried to call you. Try again. You know?
Right. Well, don't immediately go to your selfish perspective of you didn't answer my phone call.
And people do that
what if I was in a ditch?
Yeah. People really do that, and they don't care what you was at.
But see that those are the people that play on your emotions.
Yes.
In the 4-day laws of power, the most powerful people are the ones that come across meek, mild, defenseless, and they will. But
they throw the rock and they hide their hand. Absolutely. And it's some people out here that do that, and they just voice just as calm as all get out, and they ain't no good, ain't hitting on nothing, and then want to be like, they the best thing since sliced bread. A lie. Reshuffle the deck. Reshuffle the deck. You hear me? Play with a new hand.
People that's always comparing trip me out. Like, there's people that's always comparing, and while they're comparing, they'll say, oh, you know what God has for you is for you.
Well, no, that's envy. That's envy. Yeah. Anybody that compares
with that green.
Yeah. Anybody that's taking that much note of what it is that you got going on, and they're comparing themselves. We all need to go back and understand the definition of envy. Envy will build a table. And it'll kick one of the legs from up under. Man, James doing good, man.
Yeah.
And they got this new house, and they got this new truck, and I hope they don't, I hope nothing go wrong. And they'll build a table and they'll kick a leg away from up under. That's envy. Because I want everybody to hear me giving him his accolades. And I'm going to act like I'm concerned. I just hope nothing don't happen.
I can't stand that. Oh,
no, that's when we hear, it's one thing that trips me out about the American communication line of communication, because we'll say 4. You know when to say 4, and you know when to say 4.
Yeah.
You know how to spell it: FOUR, FOR, FORE. We learn how to. We're multilingual.
Yeah.
And we'll allow people to use the language to shit on us inconspicuously.
Yeah.
So even with the variations of how our tone is, like, man, you all right? Everything good with you? Man, you all right? Everything good with you. Well, you all right. It's the same thing. It's different way. So what I'm saying is we have to start mastering how we hear things.
Okay.
Because a lot of times I ain't listening to what it is that you're saying. I'm listening to what you're not saying.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that some people could be leaving out. Because like, man, James, man, well, so what you do with and how you get that job and what all they do there? Those inquiries from a person, that I could be asking those particular questions because I want what it is that you got.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want to come to your job and I want to work that job. And then it's like, or I could be like, so what is it that you do? Mm-hmm. And is that what it is that you have a passion for? And because I want to know what the water tastes like. I need you to tell me now what direction is water.
Yeah,
right.
I just need to know what the hell it is.
Right.
I recognize it when I get close to it.
Yeah.
And thank you for giving me the direction. And I'm headed out. And I'm going about my business.
Yeah.
So, but when we situate ourselves around people that are taking inventory of what it is, you ain't even got time to know what it is that you got.
Yeah. Right. But they do.
Right. Like, wait a minute, what you mean? How I get all of this? When when people first meet you, hey man, what's going on, Jay? What do you do?
Yeah,
that's your business. What does that got to do with anything? What do you do? What? So I'm not supposed to have what it is that I got?
Yeah. Because they want to know, how did you get it? You know what I'm saying? They see and they like, okay.
Like, how should I treat this person?
Right.
Like that story I told you at church where I was speaking to somebody for 2 or 3 years. They never would even acknowledge me. Mm-hmm. Then they see me pull up in my truck. Hey, brother.
How you doing?
Hey, man.
Them bullies, them church bullies. Y'all got to get away from that. Greet everybody. You know what made me change though, and just have a positive attitude and just outlook and just like greet people with compliments and stuff. I don't know the guest list in heaven. You know, you started saying I cut this person off and I don't do, but guess what? You don't know the guest list in heaven. So you saying you don't fool with everybody, but and all them people up there waving like,
yep.
Oh, you coming in here, but you don't fool us. So, you know, you got to be mindful of what you're saying. So that's why I don't be like, I don't fool nobody. No, baby, I'll let you cut your own self off because you know you done did me dirty or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so, I don't need to discuss it. You know what you did.
You know what
I
did.
know.
Right.
Yeah, we don't need to have no discussion about it.
And then we're going to make something work. Now we can discuss like how we move forward on what it is we going to be. Or how it is we're gonna move, especially if we're kind of in the same community circle. You know, like even y'all go to different events, you know, so you're gonna have to be cordial with people who have treated you badly. You know what I'm saying? You still need to be able to conduct yourself in a positive mindset and don't scoot down to hell where they done already tried to make you be, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what really get people. When you can still smile and they done did everything they could to just make
I don't take none of it personally.
No, you cannot. Because if you do, you just gonna be in the hell that they had.
Well, but see, I don't think people that are not in alignment with me are important enough. Shayna get upset with me. Because
Cuz don't be mad with him.
and I say it multiple times a week. I'm like, people ain't that smart. The average person ain't that smart. So my thing is, if I already know that the average person is not that smart, then when it all boils down to it, I am not going to be missing anything by not having an ain't shit friend in my life.
Yeah.
What am I missing?
Yeah.
What's being taken away? It's like when people say, well, you know, I ain't even gonna fool with those. Such and such don't fool with you no more. Well, I hope they go tell their story to a whole bunch of more people. So you
eliminate.
Right.
Just go
spread the word that I don't need to be fooled with no more. There's less people that are going to ask something of me.
Yes.
And so with that understanding, because that's reverse psychology, because a person that knows that you know what it is that they did, they're going to go spread the bad word about you first.
Yeah.
And so once they do that, and when it came back to me that such and such said that they didn't want to fool with me no more, I thought to myself, and they think that I'm going to be hurt.
Yeah.
Their needy ass.
Woo. Make it
It's
plain.
not in my life anymore.
Amen.
You're doing me a damn favor by not being my friend.
Yeah. Gonna continue being you.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Nothing stops.
You're telling me that you ain't gonna fool with a person that's self-sufficient.
Yeah.
Ooh. As a person that needs everything from that person.
Thank you.
That's why I got my own chickens and stuff.
There it
I got
is.
the goats.
Do you?
And Jerry got the cow.
Do you hear me? That's the only beef I want, man. I ain't worried about nothing else that y'all got going on. I just can't do that.
But think about it like this: as a responsible adult, I have enough responsibilities to sometimes like you say, you'll call. Look, I was just checking in on you. Because when we have gatherings at the house, Shay's like, well, who else coming? I'm like, I don't know. Well, and she's like, well, invite some of your friends. I'm like, baby, they got families.
Yeah.
They got things that they're doing. And when we're discussing things, it's like, I know that this is not going to work for this person. But my feelings are not hurt that you can't come over here and break bread and drink wine with me.
Right.
My feelings are not hurt because I'm going to first take into consideration that you got a life of your own.
Yeah.
You got other friends and associates that you got to deal with. I don't expect for everybody to drop everything for me.
I ain't gonna keep inviting you somewhere. Every time I invite you somewhere, you don't never come. And so this gonna be this gonna be my last time inviting you somewhere. Have y'all ever heard that?
All the time.
He is available. He is a good coach. He can help you make sure you're getting your stuff in order because he does not pass judgment. So feel free to inbox him, chit chat, because he does help to navigate with,
So okay. So if my explanation is, I care much more about the friendship. No, I care much more about your safety and your well-being, much more than the friendship. To bring it full circle in terms of what we were talking about in terms of the older people.
Okay.
They already understand that a fool gonna be a fool.
Yeah.
And they've been telling us for years, you gotta let a fool bump his head.
Ooh.
So that also goes back to they've been trying to tell us for a long time, why you still being friends with such and such?
Yeah. That's my dad. Like, why you arguing? They ain't gonna know who the fool. You arguing with a fool, somebody walk past, they like, well, both of y'all the fool, because what you arguing for, you know what I'm saying?
Well, the thing is, if you right, why argue? So if somebody came in here and be like, your name's Jerome, I know what my mama named me. My name's Jeremy. So at that point, that's the end of my conversation because I'm not going to argue when I know that I'm right.
Yeah. But if I'm lying,
but if I'm lying and I've been found out, the jig is up.
Ooh,
be quiet.
Come on.
Because you're going to make matters worse for yourself.
Yeah.
The only time that people bait you into an argument is for the intentions of either garnering control of you or exposing you to somebody else.
Ooh, people got it bad about wanting to expose you too. I be like, you ain't God. Like, where you gonna put me at even if you do expose me? Like, what you gonna... You and you don't want to be violent enough, but sometimes you be like, you want to catch these hands while you try. But I'm just saying, people do that and don't realize what can come with what they're.
But see that their intentions is to.
And it's not always you that throw the hand. It's people that love you enough to protect your name even behind your back.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in that situation where it's like, and I'm even friends enough to. If somebody's saying something, because I've been asked, if somebody says something about your friends, or you see somebody, blah blah blah. No, I'm not saying that because I'm not gonna bring that to my homeboy, and he busy doing grown man stuff.
Yeah.
Why don't, man? You know what they saying about you in the streets? Yeah. Why would I slow him down from being productive?
Do you hear me?
Bother him with what? Somebody who's not even productive.
I'm like my granddad, who are they? and I love when he said that. He's like, you scared to say their name? Don't bring me that day stuff, you know what I'm saying? That weed out a lot of stuff too, you know what I'm saying?
Let me ask y'all something. So how can we use friendships to know what we should look for in our romantic relationships?
Ooh.
You can use friendships by getting practice.
Okay.
You get practice in the 3rd grade, 10th grade, senior year, first year in college, 3rd year in college. If you don't know how to terminate bad friendships, by the time that you get into a relationship, if you haven't practiced on severing ties with people that are not good for you, you can walk your way into a shitty relationship and never get out of it. Well, I don't want to not have, I don't want to be the bad guy. You don't want to be the bad guy to somebody that has malicious intent for you.
Yeah.
Well, you ain't trying to hurt the feelings of the person that's stabbing you? What the hell are you talking about? The person that stole money from you, and you scared to tell them that they can't come to your house.
No. Yeah. They like...
Dude, you what? Hey, you stole from me. I'm pressing all the charges. I'm pressing charges. Like that girl on the mark.
Don't come over here.
Right.
My mom say you steal. You got a little kid, man. You better not let them.
Yeah, I got to watch you.
Yeah, my mom say you steal.
I tell you. Man, I don't care about hurting the feelings of somebody that ain't hitting on that. And if you ask, why would you say so? Well, let me tell you about yourself.
Right.
Since you
We're going to start with you.
Right.
So we can really get this party started.
Yeah, I was over here minding my own business. And I looked up and saw my wallet in your back pocket.
It looks like that's my watch.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm still laughing at that. My mama said you steal.
My mama say you steal. You can't come over here.
I gotta run to the bathroom. You need to get clapped while I'm gone.
Do you hear me? I mean, I need to like that the little cat collar with the bells on them. Yeah, you don't stop ringing that bell till I get back in here. I want to know where your hands at. Freaking rogue. I worked hard for this stuff. Now here you come. But seriously, look, and we say this all the time. I did not know I was poor. And I'm talking about piss poor until I done got grown, okay? Hey, baby. And so I had a friend. And me and Ashley, we stayed next door. So we had a friend girl. And her mom would always want to come to either one of our mom's houses. Mm-hmm. And so, they gonna bring the kids so we can all play. Man, the little girl, and y'all know fingernail polish, they had those little mini fingernail polishes out, right? Mm-hmm. And me and Ashley have always been like girly girls, okay? So we always had like the best stuff because our grandmothers just always made sure, and then our mothers and our dads, okay? So this little girl, her mom and daddy, wasn't buying none, and then they had like a little slew of kids at a young age too. The girl stole my little fingernail polish, and I knew it was her. Man, Ashley couldn't find it, and messed around and found it on the girl, and she started talking about, I didn't take that. I told my mama, baby, Mom, I don't want her back over here because she steal. Yeah, people will steal and then lie like they ain't did nothing.
Gotta pause on them.
Do you hear me? Yeah, that's some crazy stuff.
Well, but that's where because think about the bravado or the understanding of self-worth of children. They will say what's on their mind. Yeah. We lose that. We call it, losing innocence. No, we lose bravery as we get older because most of us, we have to be pushed into defending ourselves.
Yeah.
Which in all actuality, that you got, fight or flight. A lot of times, flight should be the choice because why am I going to go approach a person that lies? Why am I going to confront them? They lie.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna get the truth out of somebody who lie. And if you do, and you gotta dig, you can scratch it out of them or extract it from them. Why are you doing that? You have all the evidence before you. You got all the evidence right there before
everything
you.
right there. Okay.
And bringing it back full circle, back to the relationship. I mean, that's, yeah, even in relationships, like, baby, if you don't want to be here, I don't want to keep you. And the reason for that is because I know I'm valuable enough to find something better than you.
Yeah, and most people, you know, just to piggyback off of that, a lot of women, a lot of women will, you know, stay in situationships and marriages and just whatever the case may be, to just, okay, a piece of man is better than no man. No, baby, get to know you. Cause that piece of man ain't worth nothing. You not know who you are or what you are, what you bring to the table. And I have my husband and my brother so tickled all the time because I'm always like, you know, people act like I can't build nothing. But you can't talk to me in a kind of way anymore because I know how to build a table. They done taught me how to make a little bench, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I know who I'm making a spread for. You know, I know how big I need a table to be. You know what I'm saying? So people are quick to try to devalue you. And then I just be wanting females to know that you ain't got to stay nowhere where
you're not appreciated.
Yeah, like do not be tolerated. Be appreciated because you need to know what you're actually bringing to the table. And then if you're a real self-sufficient person, and I ain't taking God out the equation. Don't get me wrong, because I know people like get caught up in the words. But if God is the head of your life and He has equipped you to make your own living, because we know He is the source. But if He's giving you resources to take care of yourself, stop letting people put you in a box where they feel like they taking care of you when you know that you taking care of them or the situation or whatever the case may be, because they will devalue you. And takers don't know how not to take. If you're a giver and you're in friendships with takers, not just relationships, but that starts with friendships.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? You letting these friends just take from you, and you like, you're not asking them for anything. You showing up for them for anything. And some days you just come to wherever they are, and like God may have just placed them on your heart, your mind, whatever the case may be, and you go to them or do whatever, and they like, oh my goodness, you just a breath of fresh air. You did this, and then in that next breath, they downing you.
Yeah.
That happens. So now, are you really appreciated, or are you just tolerated? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you need to know that. Yeah. Therefore, you know how to move forward.
Okay, so in most of this, what would we think would be the solution? Now that we done talked about the problem aspect of recognizing what it is that a friend is not, and how to pick up on it, what's the solution for? What would be the solution for somebody that finds themselves in a situation where they're being taken advantage of, they're not being appreciated, and they're being tolerated? And how is it that you go forward? What are some of the, I guess, some of the characteristics that they need to start working on and building? What is the level? Where do they start?
Do you love yourself more than the junk you're putting up with? You got to love yourself above what anybody is dishing out to you. And that also comes with our first episode on leadership, because your parents really are helping you bridge the gap with friendships, relationships, with that leadership, because everybody know you don't just have the presidential friends. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I have a bouquet of friends, and they probably look at me like, okay, whatever. But I love me enough now to know when I'm valued, appreciated, rather than just tolerated. Because if you just gonna tolerate me, I can feel the vibes.
Right.
Yeah. And vibes don't lie. People lie. Numbers don't lie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But God gives you that discernment of that's not good for you. And then once you start getting that hurt, and you know that you're not doing anything to hurt a person, you feel that hurt, and then that puts you in a place of isolation. And once you isolate yourself, separate yourself, you should start to elevate. Mm-hmm. And if you can elevate in separation, then that in itself is going to help you know where you valued over there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's my take on that, because I'm coming out of some of that right now, and I had to look at it as I'm doing way more work for the average person than they're willing to do for me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I need more than just a phone call here and there, or you saying I didn't answer your phone call at the time, or I couldn't reach you. You know, I need some I need some prayers. You know what I'm saying? I need you to cover me when I'm not able to be there. I need you to know when I'm quiet. Do you know when your friends are actually quiet? Mm-hmm. Do you know when your friends are actually in need of you? Can you pick up on when they're going through something and they haven't reached out? Or are you the person like, well, I tried to call you, I tried to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think when you start to separate yourself, or life separates you, mm-hmm. you know, because you're not always the one to cut things off. Like you said last time, nature will do it itself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And once you start it, when you really do love yourself, you can pick up on the bullshit that everybody else is putting out to you. Seriously. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you hold on to stuff, and you gotta see why you holding on to a person too.
Right.
Yeah.
What you think, John?
Well, for me, I think you should know yourself, mm-hmm. and you should be yourself.
Yeah.
And in my friendships, my friends, I follow the golden rule. You know what I mean? Like, I treat people the way that I want to be treated.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And like what you were saying, like there have been times where, you know, I've been going through something, and my friends like, hey man, you don't seem like yourself. What's up? And you know, I try to, you know, be like, nah, you know, try to be stone, like, you know, mm-hmm. like, you know, there's nothing going on, and I'm straight, but like, nah, man, I know you. What's up? Like, you know, holler at me, man. And you know, I trust them to where I could, you know, even, you know, sometimes we just need to vent to somebody, you know what I mean? And where I can vent to them, and I know that it's not gonna leave, you know, the four walls that we're in.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying in every friendship that, you know, it's always gonna be give and take, but it should never just be you give, they take.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I'm saying, they give, you take. Like there are situations or times where you might not be 100, you know what I mean? And they like, mm-hmm. They come in, hey, I got you.
Yeah.
Or, you know, you got them. But I try to at least, at a minimum, follow the golden rule, treat people the way that I want to be treated, and at the very, very minimum, don't be a fucking burden.
Yeah. Ooh. Told your weight. Yeah. Yes. Don't make me do all the work in the relationship.
That's solid.
That's crazy right there.
I would much rather be feared than loved.
Wait a minute.
And the reason I would much rather be feared than loved is because if I borrowed your lawnmower,
mm-hmm. and you know Rob ain't gonna go for all that borrowed lawnmower.
Right. That's why I went straight to the lawn. If I borrowed Rob's lawnmower, took it to my house, didn't prepare my yard before I started cutting it, and I damaged the lawnmower. Now, if I fear the loss of the friendship, I'm not bringing that lawnmower back until I get it repaired.
Ooh, come on now.
Because the value of the friendship is more than what I'm gonna have to put out repairing what may ruin the friendship. But if I love you and knowing that we still gonna be friends and everything gonna be good, and you still got to see me at Thanksgiving, and I'm gonna come to church, and I'm gonna see you at Easter, but if I know that you still gotta love me, I might bring that lawnmower back and I'm like, when I get my check, I get it fixed, knowing I'm not coming back. But if I fear the loss of that friendship, because love will get out on you.
Yeah.
Love will play on your emotions.
Yeah.
Love is at its height sometimes, and it's at its depth sometimes.
Yeah.
The fear of the loss of friendship. So, and I said that to blend in with how I treat me shows everybody else how to treat me.
Yeah.
I don't kick my own ass. I'm not letting you get in line to throw a punch.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, so if I don't treat me like that, and I love me way more than I love you, if I don't treat me like that, you know, goddamn well, you get zero chance.
Baby. There you have it. Yeah.
If I invite people over to a cookout, we're all in the backyard. If you see me pissing in my backyard, then that opens the floor for everybody else to piss in my backyard.
Yeah.
But if I'm in the backyard, I'm like, hey, y'all, I'm finna go inside to use the restroom. That's an indicator.
Yeah.
Don't piss in my backyard.
These flies are already bad.
Now, little babies falling, walking around. Yeah, no, we ain't doing nothing like that. If I don't treat me bad, I'm you.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And I'm not about to make no excuses for you and how it is that you treat me. What I look like. Well, maybe he didn't mean it. No, he meant it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe when a person calls, well, you didn't call me back, and the average person does not. The average person is in an interview, they fear silence. So when somebody calls, like, I called you this morning.
That's how I feel a lot of times. Like, what you want to say? Yeah.
No, this is my phone.
Right.
I can answer it whenever I want to. But what if I was busy? I don't answer to you.
Yeah.
I got my own life.
Yes.
I got things that what is it that you want?
Yeah.
Because now you ventured into your expectation of me is to drop what it is that I'm doing. And I cannot successfully help you with what it is that you're doing, with the thoughts of what it is that I got to do. No, we ain't finna do that. So it's, if I know me as a friend to myself, that sets up the relationship.
Come on. And that word you just used, expect. In my case, it's me expecting a me from somebody else. And that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know that y'all can't get a you from somebody else. So like you were saying, if you're being yourself, you kind of be, but you got to be realistic and be like, okay, they don't move like I move, friends or not. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's what make us all different and unique. But at the same time, stop expecting a you out of somebody else.
Yeah.
Because that's not gonna happen. Yeah.
And then in another, from another perspective, what makes you more attractive to better people is whenever you're about your purpose. Yeah. Because it's one thing. Like I used to go people watch at the mall. A guy that's walking in, he walking slow. And he's making eye contact with everybody. 9 times out of 10, he doesn't have anybody. He doesn't have a girlfriend or wife or whatever. But he's looking to see who's looking at him. When a gentleman that comes in, he parked on this side of the mall, he making a beeline to the store that he came there for. He leaving back out. He don't care who he see and who see him. So when you're about your purpose, you actually become more attractive. Okay. And so when you're about your purpose and in terms of friendships, the people that see where it is that you're heading, and those people are going to attach themselves. Man, I see how hard you're working. You need to call such and such and such and such. And they'll so but if you're busy battling or fighting little battles with people that ain't hitting on nothing, and that person hurt my feelings, and it's
you're an emotional wreck.
Yeah.
So it's just like, how much of your life do you? I don't tie my shoes. Shayna laughed at me because I tie my shoes once when I bow. My shoes are loose enough a bit to put my foot in and not slide off. And so my thing is, I got things I got to do. I'm not spending 18 hours of my life tying up tennis shoes.
Yeah.
I got other stuff to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And trying to win over friends that ain't worth having is worse than having to tie my damn shoes.
Yeah.
I'd rather tie my shoes than to come over here and try to make sure that me and you on the same page. And if we ain't on the same page, it may not be time for us to be on the same page.
Yeah.
But I ain't even got time because
you putting in the work somewhere else on where it's really purposely needed.
Yeah.
That's like the purpose-driven life. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to move in purpose.
The rewards are always there.
Yeah. And then your comfort zone is not where the blessing lies. Yeah. You're gonna have to move out your comfort zone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Those don't happen in the comfort zone.
No.
I wholeheartedly agree with what you said about tying your shoe when you get it. You like, because I hate having my time wasted. So if I'm gonna be friends with you, I'm all in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not and I'm not bull crapping or, you know what I mean, like trying to
you be capping.
see how I can take advantage is because I hate having my time wasted. So it's like I'm look, if we're friends, I'm genuinely your friend.
Yeah.
And like I got your best interest at heart.
Yeah.
And same thing in relationships. Like, I'm married now, so
right. He out the market.
Right.
But when I got with my wife, I wasn't with her. I mean, I was vetting her and asking questions and like watching what she says, what she don't say, and trying to see, okay, like, is this somebody that I can have a future with? Because I'm not trying to waste time just.
Yeah, you were dating with a purpose.
Yeah.
And the same thing should be with friendships.
Right.
And people like, well, you're. It shouldn't be misconstrued that you're only gonna be friends with people that benefit you. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I have to be in a position that the value of my time, the value of my effort, the value, it has to. I have to know that there's some type of reciprocation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because even if I have the capability, none of my friends, I don't have a skill set that matches my friends.
Okay.
But it doesn't make me, in my mind, any less valuable.
Right.
Because if they would have called me and be like, hey man, what I need to do, what credit cards, what financial, right?
Yeah, financial.
So I made myself valuable over here. I wasn't gonna be like, well, I'm about to go out and learn how to do some pipe fitting, or I'm gonna learn how to build a. So no, I got somebody that builds something.
Yeah, that's right.
I got a tile friend. I got a plumber friend.
Yeah.
If they want to call me and be like, hey man, what direction do you think I need to go in terms of creating this business? Bro, I got you.
Yeah.
I've been waiting.
Right.
Let me help you with it, and don't do this. And when you go down there, take. I did all that. Now's my time to shine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't help you. If it's time to pick up some boxes and that. No, I'm the brain.
It's not that worker.
Brain, not no worker. I've been lazy my whole life. 2 times you're gonna find me sweating a week, cutting my grass and golfing. I ain't gonna be doing no manual labor. I ain't that guy.
Yeah.
And don't get it twisted.
Yeah, and I'm not bashful about it.
That's right.
That's in my job, like one of the things in quality that is considered a waste is underutilized talent. So like, well, what you're saying, the idea is like, okay, if this person's not good at this, then we're not going to waste their time. But if they are good at it and we're not using them for the thing that they're good at, then that's an underutilized resource. So I wholeheartedly agree with what you said about that and understand.
Yeah. This has been a great episode.
Yeah, how long we been going?
Probably about an hour and 30 minutes. But I really appreciate you guys. I thank y'all for your inputs. Go to our YouTube channel, The Villain Podcast. Subscribe to us. Definitely drop comments. We love you guys. We love y'all's opinion. We thank you for the positivity. And share us. Share this. Okay? Like, put it out there. Because people might not know what it is to be a good friend. People might not know how to separate themselves from the takers. So this is a conversation piece to help you. Put in their inbox. You know what I'm saying? You might be like, sometimes, people be at church be like, man, such and such should have been here to hear this message. So if you feel like that, drop it in their inbox so a little something can get in their spirit, and make better decisions on how they move too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that's it can't be explained no better.
Yeah.
No doubt. All right. Until next time, we appreciate you guys.
Yeah.